I feel like we have been talking about news recently, and I feel like we should talk about some news. There's been plenty of things going on this month.
Yeah.
What a wild month for music.
For rock,
for rockers. You know, we're not talking about Diddy tonight, but I think there's a better
said it
story.
all.
Yeah, there's a better story.
Yeah.
And it's the lead singer of Journey.
Not Steve Perry.
Not Steve Perry, the new Steve Perry.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Angel Pineda?
Pete
Something
Stare.
Pineda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he is letting people vote him out of the band, which
He is.
via social media.
Well, I think
Which
we
is
should give it
such-
some context.
I will give a context, but
give
that
us the
is
whole
story.
rundown.
Yeah, so
Arnel Pineda.
Arnel Pineda. Yeah, so he replaced Steve Perry.
Wow.
He's a Filipino singer. They found him. If you don't know the Journey, you know they found him. He was a karaoke singer. He sounded exactly like Steve Perry.
Yeah.
They've had him for years.
Does sound just
Yeah,
like him.
he's great. But apparently he had a bad show at Rio de Janeiro.
Rock and Rio.
A couple weeks ago, where I guess his vocals just weren't up to snuff. I haven't seen any of the videos.
No.
I'm sure they were pretty good.
I have. And
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't like...
Wasn't
pitch
He had,
Vince
an
perfect.
Neil.
off, he had an off night.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's like unrealistic expectations because he was the guy that could sound exactly like Steve Perry, and that's why they got him.
Right.
Yeah.
And he sounded just kind of like more tired than anything else. I
Okay.
mean, I imagine the amount of times that this guy has sung "Don't Stop Believing" at this
God.
point. But there was no part of me that was like, wow. In a world where Vince Neil exists,
Yeah.
there was no part of the performance that I was like, this is a fireable offense.
Yeah. He obviously took it very hard.
Yeah, personal almost.
Yeah, he took it personal. People were saying that it wasn't good, and people were making fun of him online. So instead of, firing back at people, he's just like, I'm disappointed, and if you want to fire me, here's your chance.
And all the other band guys are like, whoa, 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 whoa.
It's just like,
Whoa.
Arnel.
Yeah, dude. The chance of us finding another Arnel Pineda in the wings.
You think Arnel's grow on trees?
Yes.
Yeah.
Arnels do not grow on trees.
Yeah.
We need you, Arnel.
Yeah, but and the way he said it, he like opened up a pool, and basically, if 1 million people text yes,
Yeah.
he will leave the band.
Yeah, it says, if Go reaches 1 million, I'm stepping out for good, ... Are you game, folks? That's what he wrote.
Wow,
I
he's
like
like kind
it.
of Chris Angel
Yeah,
about it.
kind of, yeah.
And it gives me memories of, it's a pre-episode 1 of IQMB memory of the story about Ted Nugent when he was at NAMM, and he was like, if any of you fuckers can play this riff,
Yeah.
I'll suck your dick.
I'll suck your dick.
And
And
then
it
he
was
played-
Stranglehold.
Yeah, exactly. Something that is played at guitar centers around the world.
He played the first song I ever
So
learned
he
on
had to
guitar.
suck like 1 million
Yeah.
dicks that
He
day.
just
Yeah.
went around just giving BJs that whole day.
Yeah. Ted,
Who's next?
it's like on Fox News. Ted Nugent set the world record for most amount of penises.
For the
sucked.
most righteous blowjos.
Yeah. The entire floor of NAMM got a free
Free
blowjob.
blowjob from Ted Nugent. It's like
More
a
at
happy
5.
story.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And now for some good news.
Ted Nugent was nice enough to blow every guy at NAMM this year. If they could do
He
the
just-
one small thing of
he
play
walked
the
around
opening
the-
riff of Stranglehold.
Walked around the
Wow.
floor of NAMM with a signature Nuge guitar. Handed it to him. He was like,
Yeah.
play that. Play Stranglehold right now. Did it flawlessly. All right.
Unzip those pants.
Unzip
bro.
those pants. Let me take off my cowboy hat so I can reach.
Yeah.
Anyways.
It was a lot like that.
Yeah, it was very
That's
similar.
exactly
The Arnel Pineda situation, very
exactly
similar to what we're dealing with here. Almost. I mean, carbon copies.
The same story
Uncanny.
almost.
Night and
Yeah.
day. Yeah.
History repeats itself.
It
you know?
does. History is a flat circle.
But yeah, so basically, Arnel is basically like he's committing career suicide by just being like, vote me out of the band because obviously you don't think I'm good. It's one of those where
Nobody
he's just
asked
like,
for that.
obviously I'm not good enough. So it's kind of like a gaslighty. narcissist type of thing to do.
Yeah,
I don't know, because it also could be like the most extreme form of, and I've been guilty of this so many times, where you get off stage, you don't feel like you've played well, and even if somebody walks up to you and is like, great set, you're like, it was fucking shit. That was terrible.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That wasn't good.
It could be, or he just is like really, really hungry for some like hardcore validation.
I think there's probably a little bit of that, but also like if you're the lead singer of Journey, if you're replacing Steve Perry,
Yeah.
in a classic band, he's probably gone through this shit for years on like a different level. Like probably not as intense, but probably getting comments here and there like, "You suck, you're not Steve, you'll never be Steve," shit like that. Like how we talked about with Linkin Park.
Yeah.
You know, people that just want Steve Perry and aren't not going to accept
Who
anything.
wants Steve Perry and Linkin Park so bad?
They want Steve Perry.
This
to
was our
replace
shot.
Chester.
Emily Armstrong.
It starts with
What happened to Steve?
Steve Perry was right there.
Steve Perry has been bandless for years.
Yeah.
And you miss Steve Perry? Yeah.
Yeah, or I could see it being like shocking because Journey has been so under the radar for decades.
Yeah.
And the first time that they're being talked about again in what feels like a decade is because you fucked up.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
is
So that
wild.
could also be shocking too. Like he probably gets at Journey shows. I'm sure there's a ton of people that come up to him like, "You're amazing.
Yeah.
You sound so
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
like Steve." And then like the one time they make national headlines is because they played kind of bad at
Yeah.
Rock in Rio.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they were great. When we went to go see Bret Michaels and that guy, what was his name?
Oh, shit.
Steve O'Gerry.
Yes.
Steve O'Gerry, yeah.
Steve-O.
He came on stage and he sounded exactly like Steve Perry. So, Journey isn't like just getting schmoes to replace Steve Perry. They're getting trained guys that sound guys trained to sound exactly like Steve Perry.
From the
To be their new
Steve Perry Institute of
Came
classic
from the
rock
Perry
singers.
Institute.
I'm from the Perry Institute. I have credentials.
What's
Yeah.
the current singer's name? What again?
Arnel Pineda.
Arnel.
So Arnel, I would say if IQMB as a group, and I think you guys would agree with this, could give you a piece of advice, it would be, brother, the bar gets much lower.
Yeah.
yeah.
You're
doing
nowhere
great.
close to the bottom.
But another hilarious part of this is that I read today, I didn't read the full article, but apparently the rest of Journey blamed Arnel not being good on Avenged Sevenfold.
It was the guitarist. Yeah, the one.
What happened?
The one guitarist was
What?
said that the reason people were reacting poorly was because Avenged Sevenfold, who I guess was headlining, limited their PA,
Okay.
and so nobody could hear Arnel, which is why they thought it sounded bad, and it was Avenged Sevenfold's fault.
Wow.
And almost everyone
A
was
Perry Farrell situation.
yeah. But everyone was like, no, I heard Arnel.
Yeah.
That was, the issue was what I heard from
Yeah.
Arnel, not that I couldn't hear Arnel.
Yeah, Journey just like, it was that fucking M Shadows.
Dude, he came over here, he was twisting knobs. He looked like a mad scientist.
It's like the scene from Napoleon Dynamite from Forrest Gump where they're
Yeah.
pulling the cables
Yeah.
out when
Yeah.
he's giving the
During the
speech.
speech, yeah. It's M Shadow, Zachy Vengeance, and Sinister Gates just fucking with Journey's
Yeah.
knobs.
They were sneaking around back there.
During Loving,
giggling.
Touch, and Squeezing, they pulled his plug.
That's what that M stands for. It's motherfucker shadows.
Mischief Shadow.
Mischief shadows.
Him and Zachy Vengeance were giggling and touching all of our pedals.
Why do you think they call him Zachy Vengeance?
There was a time when I was a kid and my high school band played a like a talent show type deal at the high school auditorium in front of like all of our friends, and we were the last band to go. And my
What's that?
what's up? And
It's our new soundbite. dude.
the guitar player of the band had just gotten a brand new Line 6 Spider, big one, 2x12, big boy, with including the Firewire pedal board situation.
Nothing better than two 12-inch speakers that even if you turn it up as loud as humanly possible, you can hear it over the drum
Yeah.
set.
Yeah. Yeah, and but there was a rival band that played before us, and we were beefing, and so we believed that he went up and turned our guitar player's amp up to like 11.
Wow.
You know, and we just like sounded like total shit ass because of that.
Isn't that the best when, like, back in the day?
And he
when
didn't
all-
know that it was too loud the
Yeah.
entire time.
It was the best when all being in a band was when you were younger was just fighting with other guys.
Yeah.
Silently
Yes.
and passive aggressively.
Yeah.
They suck,
They
dude.
fucking
Yeah.
suck.
And then you see him.
Yeah.
That's a cool
You
strat.
guys are great.
Six
God.
set.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you see the way he thought I was being genuine? What an idiot!
I bet you they didn't get Community Day this year.
Yeah.
We did. Right after the parade.
It's
In the
bullshit.
baseball field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, okay. This cannot persist.
Oh
it
my
truly
God.
cannot.
Just give me a
It was
little
a
bit,
mistake
dude.
even
We'll be
mentioning
listening to
them.
Weezer soon.
I-
Let me have this.
My question is, what if they reach 999,999 goes?
Yeah.
Does Pineda stay, or
I
does
mean-
he go? God damn! I didn't think it would get this bad.
He's got to be true to his word. You
Yeah.
know?
Well, that's still one shot.
It
Yeah.
is still one shot.
Yeah, he's like, I respect the vote.
Yeah.
But what if it's so? What if
Stop
it's
the
like?
count!
What if it's like 909,099 and then like 1,000 stays? you
Yeah.
know? Like what if we don't know? And the Journey audience has been just dying for
Clamoring.
them to get
Yeah.
rid of Arnel for
Yep.
years.
Clamoring for the party grog
And-
guy to
yeah,
come in.
and he's finally giving
Yeah.
into it, and he's
Yeah.
just like, I can't do it anymore.
I think that's really my problem with this is the lack of transparency in the voting.
Right.
That's really
Yeah.
where I want to come
Yeah.
in. I want to see the votes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like like Trump in Georgia. Like I need 11,000
Yeah.
more votes to
Yeah.
get this guy out of here.
Yeah.
It was go the whole time.
It was a landslide.
landslide go.
I love Journey. Journey's a great band.
Everyone
but,
wants Steve Perry back in Journey, okay?
We had the votes. Argerio should have been back.
People want either Perry or Jerry, okay?
I'm an
Now
Argerio.
we don't even know his last name.
Did you hear his performance that show at Rock and Rio? It was disgusting.
People don't even know his last name. It's
People were
unbelievable.
crying. It was gross.
Not even unbelievable.
He says he's from the Perry Institute. I want to see the certificate.
I want to.
I just want to see it. If it exists, I want to see it.
Oh yeah.
I heard that Kamala liked the performance.
What?
Kamala. What's up?
Okay.
What's up?
So I think we've. I think the
What's up?
Journey fans
Yeah.
tuning in will truly.
This is what it would be like if
Too
we
comfy.
if we gave Nate a soundboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd just be every second. Just bring the boom. Just getting that cease and desist from Big AJ
Yeah.
at one
Like
just
they
one day.
keep
Big
fucking
Hoss,
it up.
Yeah.
Justice, or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, Big Justice.
Big-
But you know,
Hoss and Justice.
Arnel, hang in there.
Yeah.
You're a great singer.
You're fighting the good fight,
You're
brother.
fighting the good fight. We saw Steve Algieri play with Bret Michaels, and he's played with Bret Michaels for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a reason why they
He
kicked
ain't
him
it.
out after 8 years.
He ain't at Rock and Rio.
He's not at Rock and Rio.
No.
Yeah, I mean, after watching the performance, it's literally nothing.
It's fine.
You go to see so many shows that you're like, that was an amazing show, that the singer sang so much worse than that.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And again, Vince Neil exists.
Vince Neil
Yeah.
is still doing it.
Vince Neil would never
Yeah.
throw it out to the fans.
No.
To be
No,
like,
people would be like,
Gone.
that go button would just be.
exactly.
Yeah.
He would shatter like the telecommunication
Instagram
system. The
would
amount
crash.
of goes.
What's
Yeah.
the wrong lyric to that one song? 103.
Big Mac 103.
Yeah.
Just him getting a Big Mac for
For
$1.03.
$1.03.
McDonald's fucked up and
Yeah.
didn't charge him $11.
Big Mac 103.
Big Mac 103.
No, that's his 103rd for the week. This is Big Mac 103.
This is number one.
Sounds like a radio station. You're tuning back into Big Mac
The Big
103.
Mac 103. This is me, Vince Neil.
Vince Neil and only Vince Neil Radio.
I have congestive heart failure. I'm gonna die.
it's over for me.
Yeah, but love to Arnel. Fuck M Shadows and those mischievous Avenged Sevenfold
Those
boys.
tricksters,
Those
dude.
tricksters and Avenged Sevenfold.
Unplugging shit, mixing with our levels.
More
Fuck
fuck
that.
ups, less Journey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Destroy Journey.
yeah, more.
More.